some change. Okay, so this is what we're working with here. Essentially, what I had to do is I had this old irrigation system in the shed, and I brought it out because I'm going to use it for my hillside. And so I have a real brief illustration pop up here in the left hand corner. But essentially, I have two lines going all the way down my hillside, going towards my well, I have three beds up there right now, three different flower beds that are being watered right now, and I have two lines going to that way to kind of break up the amount of water that's going down there into two different lines. And so one of those lines I'm going to use to set this irrigation system up. Since it's the shortest, I'll tie this line in at the beginning of the run, so that way I'll use one of these diverters, and essentially I'll turn one side off, turn the other side on. That's going to get the water, and that's how I'm going to water down the trees. So on the diagram, you'll see there's one source of water coming in, which will go there, and then from there it'll just be on an automatic timer. That's orbit 4. Looks like it's 4 outlets here for me. I got a couple different settings. I have auto. I can set the clock, set the day, start time, run time, and how often. If you wanted to do it multiple days a week, 2 days a week, wherever the case may be. So what I had to do to get this thing back, get it ready, is I had to grab these. This is they call it a faucet connector right here, quick connector. This end, the barb side or male side, is going to be connected to my poly tubing, and then I'll use I'll use probably a little metal clamp. Just a second, I'll see if I can grab it. All right, I'll use these metal clamps here to ensure that once I make my connection, that it's not going to come apart. Hopefully you can see that inside the bag here. All right, I'll use these right here to tighten down on the poly tubing to make sure the poly tubing doesn't back out. These are just some stainless steel clamps. I'll post that in the description as well, where I got those and how much they cost and all that good stuff. From there, I had to get some hose O-rings. And of course, these have O-rings in the top of them as well. The other part is going to go here, which I'm going to put it right here. And on the bottom part of this line, I got this manifold. It's a 4 hose manifold. And you can control it on the side if you wanted to open up just one side of it or all of them, all of them across. I'm going to plug this up here to my water source in just a few minutes and do a quick run to make sure each one of these are still working and has no leaks. Like I said, I haven't used this system in, geez, probably over a year and some change, because I've just been dragging hoses. And so we're going to check it out and make sure everything is working, no leaking, before I actually drag it out there to the hillside. Okay, we got water. The water is on. I can hear it, but no leaks. No leaks just yet. All right, let's see if we could can go through a test. Do like 1 minute if I can. Okay, 1 minute on station 1, 1 minute on station 2. And 1 minute on station 3. I'm pleasantly surprised. This thing hasn't leaked at all. Maybe that's all I needed in the past was a good set of O-rings. Apologize about that going out of frame just now. Okay, so we got everything set. Start time. Let's see. We can start it. Current time is 2:58 p.m. Let's see if we could get it going now. Okay, folks, I figured out my problem. Apparently I needed some new batteries in this thing, and so after it nearly knocked me off of my chair because I was sitting here doing something else and the timer went off, we're looking good on the first one. It's going to go for about a minute and it should move on to the next one. So far so good. No leaks. Got good pressure. Plenty of pressure. So is this one? Oh, there it goes. Number 2. Okay, very good. Let's see, can I advance it to number 3 on my own? Nope, doesn't look like it's going to let me do that. Number 3. All right, going on to station 4. Once again, if you're just joining, the whole purpose of me testing this out is it's been sitting in the garage, or the shed rather, for a year, almost 2, without any use. And there it is, station 4. And so, yeah, just as good as advertised. All right, let's see if I turn it off, see what happens here. Probably nothing. I think it's just going to finish out its cycle. Oh, it did stop. All right, very good. So that's the end of that. Everything tests well. We're going to get it up here on the hill here soon. But first, let's go ahead and get the water going on these flowers because it's been a hot day here in Zone 7A. And once again, thanks again for watching. Have a good day. Hi, and welcome to Work in the Yard with Will. I don't know if you can see my face or not, but it is a messy, bloody hot day today, as some folks would say. Nonetheless, got out here and did a little bit of weeding around the flower beds and threw down a little bit of mulch as well. So I'm not going to spend much time on this mug of mine. I'm going to flip it around so you see what I'm talking about. All right, here we go. Put some fresh mulch down around the rose beds here. Got to go up and still do a little bit of weed eating. Once again, you know, this is my least of things to like to do. But when everything is weed eated, it looks nice. And got a little bit of fresh mulch over there too. And so right now I got this sprinkler going over here. Typically I come over here and hand water everything in the Japanese garden. And I did that. I soaked around the trees pretty good. I'm still working on installing that DIY irrigation system. But I found this in the shed. I was like, why am I not using this thing? At a minimum, I could put this out here early afternoon, early evening, and get a little bit of water down, rainwater down on the foliage. Although it's great to soak up the root ball, the foliage also needs a little bit of water too. And we haven't had any rainwater here in probably over a week or so. And so, all right, first things first, I think I got to get down in here and get rid of some of this brush. All this is really is just a bunch of old trees. I'm gonna knock these down real quick first. So I think I'm gonna put my all right, had a few technical difficulties there, but nonetheless, we're getting started. We're running the tubing down. I showed earlier where we're going to take this device is going to be pretty much be our hub. This will be the hub here. That's the main line. Come in right there. It'll come into the top, and I got two lines here, one there, and I got a line over there that I'm going to connect. And the last line I'm going to use for the garden, the vegetable garden. These lines go all the way down. They're tucked next close to the plants and trees, and it goes all the way down there. This line over here in the background goes to my evergreen trees. It looks like I got have a lot of trees right here in this area. But what I'm trying to do with the evergreen trees is, as these other deciduous trees go away, these evergreens grow up in their place, and it still gives me some nice privacy. But I got to keep staying on the water on these guys, or they're not going to make it. This bald cypress up here, it is even though it has nice foliage, it is still considered a deciduous tree, meaning that the tree will drop all its needles at the end of the year, fall time frame, and then they'll come flourishing back out. The Leland cypress up there is a form of evergreen tree that it'll keep its needles throughout the year unless there's something wrong, meaning the tree itself is losing water, or a disease or something is affecting it. All right, that's it for right now. I'm gonna take a little break here, and I'll get back on it in a little bit. Hi, and welcome to Working the Yard with Will. So I'm out here in the tree line again at the modern Japanese garden, trying to lay out this irrigation line. I'm telling you folks, I probably got the longest line is 160 feet, I guess, roughly. So I have at least two lines that are that long, and I have a fourth line for a total of 4 runs back here that may be 75 feet. So I'm taking my time putting it in. It's going to be on top for right now until I dig the trench and everything, and then I'll make sure I put it in the ground. So let's flip it around and see what we got going on. All right, so we got this 4 outlet deal going here. See, I got my timer already set. It's saying 85 minutes. I got a series of water going through. I'm gonna try to hurry up and at least get some of these trees watered today utilizing this thing. And then what I did, since I have 4 lines to keep it straight in my head, as I go down before I put in the ground. I did a little color coding, you know, basic, but hey, it works. You know, for the first line, I have a red. For the second line, it's actually going right there, so I didn't need to do that. The third line, I have blue, and the fourth line, which is going to the garden, is gray. And so every couple feet here, I got those visual markers there for me. So as I start to put something around the tree, whether it be a soaker hose or something, I know exactly which line it's going to come from. And then once I get to the garden, I can definitely separate a little bit better back there. This is a slow going process, folks. And so thank you for staying with me on it. I'll provide updates as I go. I just did a little cleanup here today, primarily just weed eating, blowing stuff around, but I'm getting closer. May not seem like it, but each day I get a little bit closer, if not physically out here, mentally for sure, figuring out what I'm gonna do next with this area. All right, have a good day, and thanks for watching Working the Yard with Will. Okay, long awaited. These trees are gonna enjoy this water. What I got here is a 1/2-inch tubing, and then I'm going down to a 1/4-inch soaker hose that I'm gonna put around each one of these trees. These are the trees I really don't get a chance to hand water too good. It's Leland cypress back here. That is a bald cypress there. So making my way around, slowly but surely, getting these trees on some automatic watering. They're going to love it. I just got to deal with whatever jumps out at me over here as I put this line around. All right, stay tuned. Working the Yard with Will.